Your assignment for Lesson 3, Settlement Patterns and Ways of Life in Canada, is going to involve taking notes. I'm going to provide you with a specific note-taking form via Shobi and wanted to talk to you a little bit about the best ways to take notes. This unit is going to involve a good connection between the 5 themes of geography, which we've already discussed in terms of location, place, movement, HEI, and region. So keep those themes in the background in your brain while you're reading, and it will help you organize the information. However, we're going to talk about 5 specific regions in Canada, and I've organized them on this note-taking page for you. You can see that I've color-coded each of the regions. There's a map of Canada provided for you in the middle, and the color-coded regions combine the sections of the page where you'll be able to take notes as well as match the color to the map itself so that you can have a visual and verbal connection between the information that you're going to be taking notes about. Notice then that there is a set of specific topics that you will be covering in your reading, from the population of each of these regions to cultural elements like language, climate, what their buildings and houses look like, as well as the type of economic activity that you will find in each of those locations. So your notes have been organized for you in a sense, and we are combining visual images as well as text. Some things that I want you to remember while you're taking notes, and these things apply to any kind of notes that you're taking. You always want to be specific. If they give you names, numbers, dates in the text, get those in your notes. You're not likely to remember them off the top of your head, but if you have them recorded, you can go back, access them again, and remind yourself. If you come across any vocabulary while you're working, definitely want to include that. And things that set vocabulary apart would be seeing the word in bold, italics, or using those geoterms that we come across at the beginning of each chapter reading. When you're talking about your notes, you want to avoid generalities. You don't want to say lots of or good or any of those phrases that don't really tell you anything. You want to use specifics instead and give examples generally from the text, although if you can make connections beyond that from your own experience, those are also great things to add. And something that will help is to begin now developing those abbreviations that you plan on using throughout all of your time in school. When you choose to shorten words, remember that I choose to use things like because or an and symbol, something that is going to mean something to you later on. I often have created my own set of abbreviations. Now is the time to start developing yours. They have to make sense to you because you're the one going back to study your notes later. Other tricks: don't spell out numbers, use the Arabic symbols. Talk about 1986 or 72%. Don't try and actually write that out. And also images, and these can be images that you've created or quick images that you can just sketch out with a simple drawing. So as you can see from this guide to the reading notes, if I were to give you the specific details that you should be gathering, notice that there are numbers included, that there are specific names of places as well as physical features, and that you have examples of languages, examples of sports, examples of buildings and different industries, because the more specific that you are in your notes, the more you can differentiate each of the regions, and the better off you are going to be able to remember this information when it comes time to pull it back up when we get to the assessment piece of the unit. So the idea of taking notes, remember, is that they are going to